National Football League. Super Bowl 57. To kick off for New Orleans.
The hype and the talk is over. We're set for the big one. Super Bowl 57. Away we go from Arizona. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of the Super Bowl will begin at the 25. Going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
Well, he's going to take a shot. This is taken in. It's complete.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
First and 10.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. First carry here for Joe Mixon. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed, and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handle winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all of those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a first and 10 at the 13-yard line. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Second and 6 at the 10.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save? That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle.
Popped in the air, intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Saints take over.
That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. An interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
He was brought down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third and 10.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He sets to fire deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
They'll try and run it. Inside the 20 before he's brought down. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
Bengals. 1st and 10 at the 6.
Nixon on the toss right. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Cameron Jordan. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
It's 3rd down.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. Loses the football. Points 1, 2, and 3. Their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
As a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards, so many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. They face a 3rd down, 3rd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. With a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Touchdown of this Super Bowl.
as his guys are on the board first here tonight. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try to get things settled down a little bit.
It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
The ground, Kamara, and some room to maneuver. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give them the first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
That's the down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
And it's caught one-handed. Oh, he pulled it in. A big play there for Cincinnati. 49 yards.
4-yard line.
They'll give it to Mixon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Another try for Mixon. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
3rd and goal. Burrow. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
And now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
2nd and 11. The backfield, that's complete to Kamara. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
On for the field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
And Seibert yanks it to the left. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, that is not what you want to see from him on the big stage, obviously. And he's been so reliable all season long.
A big part of why they've gotten here to this game. But you have to wonder, will this haunt them later as the Super Bowl progresses?
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Second and 3. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now they'll toss it out right to Kamara. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down.
Third down and 9.
Saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
29-yard line.
A toss left, Mixon, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
We're going to get this into the hands of Mixon as running back.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 35.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He gets it in the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarter.
And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And running with power here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Intended for Darius Slayton. Incomplete. Jesse Bates on the coverage.
Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, but now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking for the end zone. 4th down as a Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
Intended for Chris Godwin.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. This from 44 yards out, left hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead. 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. He got out of the pocket there. Was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling. His receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Godwin, 26 yards. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. What's good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Flush to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The holding penalty and negates a good return as they'll start just past the 20. Here's Kamara off the draw. A second broken tackle. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking for Chris Godwin that time. And it's 3rd and short. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he's going to have the Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd and 4. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Look at the spin. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
2nd and 7.
Again, it's Mixon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust him.
Take it in for a Bengals touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Here to Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Come on now. That one good for 21 yards. And it'll move the chains. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. Bengal Nation rejoice. Cincinnati has given you the Super Bowl title. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
Super Bowl champs, the Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.